I mean, that was juicy. I mean, that texting, that public incident, I mean, that ended his engagement with J-Lo. I mean, that was a huge pop culture moment. J-Lo was all over the place. I mean, that was J-Lo's fifth engagement, sixth engagement. I think she's been engaged now to Ben Affleck. I think this is the seventh engagement overall for J-Lo. That was her sixth engagement. I mean, J-Lo's kids were crushed by that breakup. They were close with A-Rod's children. I mean, that was a whole moment that was exposed. And I do think if that moment hadn't been exposed on Southern Charm at the reunion, I mean, A-Rod and J-Lo probably would be married. Maybe not but I mean, that was a big thing. So I loved getting in on this past season. Thought the show was amazing. Love everyone on the show, loved the drama, loved, oh my God. And who's Craig's dear friend there? The other guy that's like, oh my God, I've dated a guy like that. He's kind of like a wuss in relationships. Oh my God. You know who I'm talking about.
Austin?
Yes.
That's what you're talking about? I was
yes.
like, okay.
Like Austin and Madison, like, you know, I mean, the whole show is so good. And I really got into that show. And then, I mean, I can't wait. When does the new season drop?
June something, like the end of June, I think.
Okay. I can't wait. I mean, are you excited about that show coming back?
I am excited. I think the most exciting thing to me is that Paige will be on it, and also Naomi, Craig's ex. And Naomi is back. You know, she moved to New York with Mahul and it didn't work out and he cheated on her. And like, I just think that whole dynamic, like Naomi to me is just recently in working with a bunch of people, we don't need to get into who, they're like, you know, rank your Southern Charm people of how you want them, because let's see who we can book for your show. And like Naomi's at the top for me. I already have someone coming up who I recorded, who I was like, I want this one back as well. And like, yeah, Madison LaCroix. I mean, Madison's like messy, crazy, doesn't give a fuck, wants press. So those are the three. Listen, I'll always choose the girls over the boys.
Look, I love Shep. I love everybody. I mean, John Pringle's been on my show. I liked Pringle so much.
Never had John Pringle. Why don't you call up your friend John Pringle and try to get him back on with our thing?
I'll get Pringle back on. Pringle was awesome. And Pringle gave a ton. Like, I was like, Pringle, who's racist on the show? He's like, nobody. Catherine Dennis is not racist. He was like, he stood up for her. He was like, I will ride or die. He is like, no, absolutely not. She's
don't even get me started on Catherine, because I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion, maybe. I fucking love Catherine. I love Catherine. Sorry. Catherine is like a mess and I just love her. All right. So why don't you want to put that on your list of things to do to try to get us John Pringle here?
I'll get Pringle. I mean, I am working, honey. I am working.
You're working. You got some other people coming up, which we don't, I hate to announce before they're here, but you got some other ones coming up, but get Pringle. Now, what else is going on in the world that you would like to talk about? Like, what else is the hot piping tea? I mean, there's so much in New Jersey, but I feel like, why are we, this is going to sound awful. I mean, I have Kim every week on my Patreon.
Oh, yeah,
I'm trying not to, the Jersey's over for the season, guys. Like, Kim is going to be telling us every week things that she knows in the real world. I find out things in the real world, but like, have a whole year, guys, until New Jersey. Like, let's just, like, I'm just even looking online now. It's all fucking Jersey. Oh, you know what I did want to talk about, which I forgot to tell you, is I predicted this before. The summer house couple that I will keep my money on is Carl and Lindsay. And I don't mean like it together. I mean like Craig and Paige, even Kyle and Amanda. I think Carl and Lindsay are the ones that are going to go the distance. I said this before.
Wow.
And they live in the same building. They're now moving in together. And apparently they're already talking about marriage.
Wow. Really?
I'm telling you, they were friends. Okay. They were friends. And Carl got sober. And I feel that she's not going to leave him. And he seems smitten. Like, I think they're really just like, holy shit, I found my best friend. I really do.
They do look super happy together. I will say they look very,
she was really with him through his brother's death. and through him getting sober as a friend, I mean, if that doesn't build a strong bond of seeing someone at their darkest, I mean, she's acted a fool in front of him. Like, I just think they are really to the core, just they've exposed themselves. And I really think
Love
it's
it.
gonna work. I do.
Okay.
I'm just reading to see like what they're very apparently Carl just said we're very serious in love and very happy. We're moving in together. We've been trying to do that for a bit. We're getting a whole new place. We're excited to start out. No, they're getting another place together and they're not moving into each one's place. Living together is a big step. We've been doing that to do. Lindsay said we had good sort of baby steps to. You'll get to see that on season 7. Yeah, they're going to start filming Summer House like soon. Like I'm out here in the Hamptons. They're going to be out here in like probably within the next
Oh, I love it.
60 to 70 days. They have a really solid fun do. This is you guys, this is the one. Regarding future children, oh, they weren't completely on the same page. Carlos would tell me all the time that he wanted 5 kids. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
then you have 1, and you're like, okay, I'm good with that. Lindsay's preference is 2 or 3. Okay, Carl wants 5. The Summer House cast isn't
Well,
overly excited during the season 6 page could be right. Do. Yes, people have been coming for Paige lately in a lot of ways.
why is that, by the way? What did she do that like has the internet all ablaze?
I'm going to be honest with you. I have not watched the Summer House reunion yet. It's on the list. It's on the list. So I'm going to take a pass on that one politely. But we're going to circle back. Oh, what about this whole thing out there from Sheree Zampino? Guys, we have 10. We have 10 Beverly Hills housewives. From Sheree Zampino, where she said the rumor is that she left. She's the new friend of best friends with Garcelle Bouvet, that she left Lisa Rinna's house because she saw a big rat.
Oh, I saw this. Wait a minute. Okay, can I just say, we've all seen Harry and Lisa's house, right? Which, I mean, they've owned in Beverly Hills for like how many years? 25 years. I mean, the kids were raised it. They've owned it a long time. They bought it back in the day when that house was probably less than $1 million. Okay. I actually believe this is probably true. And it's a little up there on a hill. It's in the Hollywood Hills. It is in Beverly Hills. I mean, I think there's a rat there.
Lisa Rinna is not at all pleased with this. But
do you think it's true? I actually think this one could be true. Do you think there's truth to it?
I mean, Sheree, like, where are you, Sheree Zampino, ex-wife of Will Smith? Like, can't you come out and say something? Like, is it true or not? Like, she hasn't said anything. She's not the one that started this. Like, she hasn't really spoken on it. So I would like to hear really what she has to say, but Rinna is like, give me a fucking break. It's not true. Oh, and did we talk? I don't think we talked last time about like, the whole world is really just not happy